Next question. A textile company belongs to a risk class for which the appropriate price earning ratio is 10 times. It currently has 50,000 outstanding shares selling at the rate of 100 rupees each. The firm is contemplating the declaration of rupees 8 per share dividend at the end of the current fiscal year, which has just started. Given the assumptions of Motilal Miller approach, answer the following questions. What will be the price of the share be at the end of the year? It means it is P1. If dividend is not declared and dividend is declared. Like that, so there are two questions provided to us. I want you to answer so the question number 1A and 1B in the chat box. Now friends, we understand it is very simple that whenever we are required to calculate the P1, then we'll use the formula P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 upon 1 plus K. We can see that so the information is provided to us regarding the current price, that is 100 rupees. In the first case, the dividend is 0. In the second case, the dividend is rupees 8. Cost of equity is provided to us indirectly, so with the information about the price earning ratio. Price earning ratio is 10 times. So 1 upon 10, cost of equity will be 10%. And then P1 will be calculated as balancing figure, so in both the cases. That is the sequence in which we are required to make the calculation of answer. So please write down heading calculation of P1, answer of the first question, comma, for different amount of dividend per share. Let us see how to calculate. Working note number 1, calculation of K. K stands for cost of equity. It is 1 upon price earning ratio. What is price earning ratio? 10 times. So it is 0.10, that is 10%. So the first working note is K, 10%. Next, calculation of P1. How P1 is calculated? P0 is equal to D1 plus P1 whole divided by 1 plus K. So D1 plus P1 is equal to P0 into 1 plus K. P1 is required to be found as balancing figure. So it is P0 into 1 plus K minus D1. What is P0? It is 100 rupees. What is K? 10%. Minus D1. 110 minus D1. We have been provided with the 2 dividend per share. In the first case, so the dividend is 0. In the second case, dividend is 8. 110 minus 0 is 110, and 110 minus 8, that is 102. This is the way the P1 can be found. Second question. Assuming that the firm pays the dividend and has net income of rupees 5 lakhs and makes new investment of rupees 10 lakhs during the period, how many new shares must be issued in a way that the question says that so you're required to compute the delta N from this information. Please put your answer in the chat box for delta N. So let us see how to make the calculation. We start again with the profit. The question is providing the information that so the profit of the company is 5 lakhs. The company is pays dividend. Okay, this is important. So what will happen as far as the profit of the company is concerned, it is 5 lakhs. Next is the payment of equity dividend, that is ND1. How many new shares are it? That is, sorry, what is the number of shares? 50,000. What is the dividend per share? It is 8. That is ND1. So that comes to 4 lakhs. So out of 5, 4 is paid in form of dividend. So there is a retained earning of an amount of rupees 1 lakh. Investment that say we are supposed to make is 10 lakhs. You can see that the 10 lakhs is the investment and 8 rupees is the dividend per share. And number of shares are 50,000. So new issue, it is an amount of 9 lakhs. So it is 10 lakhs minus 1 lakh. P1. P1 stands for price of equity share at the end of year 1. Understand important difference that if at all the dividend is paid, then the P1 is 102. So this is 102. And based on that, say finally, we'll calculate the delta N. It is 9 lakh rupees divided by price per share is 102. So with that, the answer comes to 8824. That is the number of equity shares. Question number 3. What will be value of the firm B? It means said value of the firm today NP0 if dividend is not declared and if it is declared. I want you to calculate the answer of question number 3A and put your answer in the chat box. So friends, over here the question says that say you're required to compute the NP0. That is a question in a situation wherein dividend is not declared, that is D1 value is 0. Okay. So let us see that say how to make the calculation. We know that say there are 3 steps in which we are required to do answer. So please write down answer along with me. Heading right down. Calculation of NP0, comma, if D1 is 0. That is the question. Okay. So in that, step number 1, we'll do calculation of P1. What will be P1? In the first case, that is, if at all the D1 is 0, then the P1 is rupees 110, which we already have calculated in the first part of the question automatically. Step number 2, calculation of delta N, that is change in the number of shares. Let us see that say how to make the calculation of answer. Profit of the company is 5 lakhs. The ND1, it is 0. Why? Because no dividend is paid. 50,000 shares into 0. Retained earning, it is an amount of 5 lakhs. That is 5 lakhs minus 0. Investment, which we are required to make is 10 lakhs. So we have to make investment of 10 lakhs and say we have retained earning of 5 lakhs. So we have to make new issue. New issue is 5 lakhs. It is 10 lakhs minus 5 lakhs. We understand that say the P1 is 110. So delta N would be found as balancing figure. It is 5 lakhs divided by 110. That is 4545. Okay. This is the way the delta n is calculated. Next is step number 3. Calculation of NP0. As far as the NP0 is concerned, it is n plus delta n into P1 minus I plus P whole divided by 1 plus K. What is existing number of shares? 50,000. What is delta n? 4545. If at all the dividend is not declared, what is the price? 110. Minus investment is 10 lakhs. Profit is 5 lakhs. Whole divided by 1.10. This is the way we are supposed to find answer. So 50,000 plus 4545, 54,545 into 110. That comes to near to 60 lakhs. Okay, near to 60 lakhs. Minus 10 plus 5 divided by 1.10. So numerator is 55 lakhs. 60 minus 10 plus 5, 55 lakhs upon 1.1. So it comes to 50 lakhs. This is the way we are required to make the computation of the answer. That value of the firm would be 50 lakhs. Now second part of the question. What will be the value of the firm if dividend is declared? That is a question. So answer of question number 3b. In that we understand that say if D1 is rupees 8, comma, calculation of NP0. In that say how we will do answer? Step number 1, calculation of P1, that is rupees 102. Step number 2, calculation of delta n. It is again what we already have found, friends, over here as a part of the second question's answer. It is 8824. 8,824. Now only step number 3 is required to be applied by us. Calculation of NP0. It will be found like this. N plus delta n into P1 minus investment plus profit of the company divided by 1 plus K. What is N? N is the existing number of shares, 50,000. Plus 8824, additional shares which have been issued. Into price is 102, friends. Minus the amount of the investment that we have to make is 10 lakhs. Profit is 5 lakhs. Whole divided by 1.10. So please use your calculator. 50,000 plus 8824. So 58,824 into 102. That is again coming very near to 60 lakhs. So 60 lakhs minus 10. So 50 lakhs plus 5. So it is 55 lakhs upon 1.10. That comes to 50 lakhs. This is the way we are required to make the computation of the current value of the firm. Summary of the entire question. In the first question, we have been asked that say compute the P1. So we made the computation of the KE, then P1 for both the dividend. The second question specifically providing that say you compute the delta n, which otherwise was required in the third part of the question. So as per like the sequence of the question, we are doing the delta n in the second question. Third is the current value of the firm if at all the dividend is not paid, and if dividend is paid. Going with the simple sequence in the three steps. Step number 1 is P1, step number 2 is delta N, and step number 3 is the current value of the firm. 3 being in that the same thing is there, wherein the D1 is there, D1 is 8. So computation of the P1, which we already have done it, delta N, which we already have done it, and then current value of the firm. In that, say we always have to make some approximation, and with that, say the value of the firm is 50 lakhs, which you can always cross verify with the answer that say you already have, that there are 50,000 equity shares and the price is 100 rupees. That is the way it comes to 50 lakhs. That is only for cross verification. Remember that. That is not the way you are required to give answer in the third part of the question.